Hello, researcher. Welcome to the Texas Futures Research Lab. Scientists and researchers gather here to achieve one ambitious goal: making a more sustainable and resilient Texas. Today, we hope to provide you with the opportunity to closely interact with our state-of-the-art environmental and system research topics and results. Inside this lab, you can walk around or use the teleportation function highlighted on the controllers. You can use the triggers near your index fingers to interact with gaming objects. For example, you can try grabbing and throwing the blue cube on the table. Simple, right? If you are comfortable with VR navigations, please press the red button on your left-hand utility watch with your virtual hands to start your adventure. We present you with a puzzle game to demonstrate how critical resource systems are interconnected. The 4 icons in front of you represent 4 essential resource systems for a prosperous and sustainable community: urbanization, water, energy, and ecosystem. In this game, you will receive a brief introduction to a specific research topic, and your goal is to link all the icons related to this topic. We have 4 topics with increasing difficulty levels. Are you ready for this challenge? Your first topic is the urban heat island effect. An urban heat island is a metropolitan area that is significantly warmer than its surrounding rural areas due to human activities. It poses many challenges to the sustainability of a city. The elevated summertime temperatures in cities increases overall electricity demand as well as peak demand for cooling. On a hot, sunny summer day, roof and pavement surface temperatures can be 50 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit hotter than the air. This heat can be transferred to surrounding aquatic ecosystems by stormwater, causing stressful or even fatal effects on aquatic life. The main cause of the urban heat island effect is the modification of land surfaces. Waste heat generated by energy usage is a secondary contributor. With this brief introduction, please link all resource systems that relate to urban heat island effect. Creating these links is easy. You can simply touch the icons with your virtual hand and click the index finger trigger on the controller to select that icon. Once you select 2 icons, you will see the link between them. You can disable the link you created by double-clicking the link. Please press the red button on your utility watch to submit your answer after you have created all of the links. Nicely done! Heat island effect is related to all resource systems. Urbanization causes heat island effect. As a result, it increases energy requirements for cooling, increases stormwater temperature, and eventually breaks the sensitive balance of aquatic ecosystems. The correct links remain in the same color. Missing answers are demonstrated by the connecting effect, and wrong answers are in red. Now we present the second topic to you. Disease is a normal part of the natural world. Most ecosystems include viruses, bacteria, fungi, and parasites that cause disease. Differences in temperature, humidity, and ecosystems can determine the impact area of diseases. With Texas's climate rapidly changing, some diseases originally limited to tropical climates are now posing a real threat to Texas residents. These diseases can be transmitted by insects in the soil, and floods can significantly increase human exposure. Therefore, healthcare infrastructure needs to be intentionally planned in order to address this threat. Please select all disease-relevant resources based on the introduction. You can click the icons to build connections and press the red button on your utility watch to submit your answer. Excellent job. Treating disease requires equal efforts from ecosystem, water, and urbanization. Briefly speaking, ecosystems can help spread a disease, floods increase human exposure to diseases underneath soil, and healthcare infrastructure is essential for mitigating these threats. From now on, we will increase the difficulty of the game. Your next topic is air pollution. Air pollution occurs when harmful or excessive quantities of substances are introduced into the Earth's atmosphere, as shown in the animation. Please share your knowledge on air pollution with us and connect all relevant icons. You can submit your answer by pressing the red button on your utility watch. Air pollution closely connects energy, urbanization, and ecosystems in many ways. Sources of air pollution include gases, particulates, and biological molecules. Man-made sources of air pollution are mostly related to the burning of fuel, including fossil fuel power plants, motor vehicles, and burning practices. Air pollution may lead to diseases and allergies in humans and may also cause harm to other living organisms such as animals and food crops. Recent research shows urban air pollution concentrations can vary sharply over short distances. Therefore, research on emission sources for health studies can substantially enhance residents' health conditions in metropolitan areas. Here comes your last challenge. Surface imperviousness estimates how much of the surface within an area can be penetrated by water. Based on the animation you saw, high imperviousness can have huge impacts on several essential resource systems for cities. Please link all of the icons related to the surface imperviousness and press the red button on your utility watch to submit your answer. Excellent. Surface imperviousness is closely related to water resources, urbanization development, and ecosystems preservation. In fact, construction materials can form impervious landscapes. Home to several of the fastest growing metro regions in the United States, Texas has experienced a significant increase in developed land since 2001, and the average imperviousness has increased with the developed land over the last 20 years. Higher levels of imperviousness can increase rates of water runoff during storms, requiring large investments in flood mitigation to prevent flooding downstream and preserve local ecosystems. Congratulations! You have finished all challenges in the puzzle game, and we are sure you have developed knowledge on how the critical resource systems are interconnected in the context of sustainability. Unfortunately, the looming realities of rapid population growth and weather intensity in Texas means that the systems we rely on to live are under unprecedented threat. To better understand the challenges we are facing, please follow us to the challenges visualization session. You can press the red button on your utility watch to continue your adventure. In this activity, you can see how population and water demand have increased over time in the largest Texas metropolitan statistical area. To begin, please teleport in front of the Texas map on the center lab table. Please grasp the slider with your hand and move it right and left to change the year of population data displayed on the map. Each full-sized bar you see is 1 million people, and the colors tell you how dense a city is or is forecasted to be. Feel free to take some time to see how the population has changed between 1990 and 2050. To view water usage predictions, please press the button to the left of the map to switch to water usage and water use reduction strategies. By sliding the top slider left and right, you can see predicted water usage across time. By sliding the bottom slider left and right, you can see the impact of different water use reduction strategies. Understanding water use patterns and future opportunities is a key aspect of planning and managing of the scarce water resource in Texas. After you have looked at several different decades, you can touch the orb to your right to be transported to a Texas street today. You have been transported from the lab to a street in Texas today. Research shows that population growth is a key challenge to the interconnected systems you saw in the puzzle game. Its effect on landscape, pollution, and even surrounding climate directly affects energy, water, urbanization, and ecosystems. As you saw in the last activity, the population of Texas is forecast to grow. A possible example of a Texas street with a much greater population and population density, for example, Texas in 2050, is waiting for you by touching the orb to your face. Population growth will challenge road infrastructure, making traffic jams more common and slowing down transportation. It will also strain utilities like water and energy as consumption of both of these natural resources increases. More people, cars, and bikes will vie for limited transportation infrastructure, which will lead to greater congestion. Although population growth will challenge us as a society over the next 30 years, state-of-the-art research is being conducted to make Texas more adaptive and resilient. An emphasis on understanding how all things are interconnected and how populations will grow can help Texas adapt to these changes and provide a resilient tomorrow for all Texans. This concludes our tour of the Texas Futures Lab. Please bring the orb up to your eyes to be taken to the acknowledgements and the end of your tour. You can exit the game by pressing the exit button on the door.